Let's talk about the roommate in your head. You know the one I mean. The voice that wakes you up at 3:00 a.m. right when the house is silent and the world is asleep. It doesn't wake you up with a gentle nudge or a whisper of peace. No, it wakes you up with a list, a heavy scrolling ledger of everything that is wrong. It reminds you of the awkward thing you said at a dinner party 5 years ago. It replays an argument you had with your spouse, analyzing every tone, every gesture, rewriting the script so you could have won. It projects into the future, creating elaborate disaster movies about your health, your finances, your children. What if the market crashes? What if that pain in my side is something serious? What if I end up alone? It talks and talks and talks. It narrates your life as you are living it, judging every move, critiquing every decision, second-guessing every choice. It is like having a radio in your skull that is stuck between stations, blasting static and bad news 24 hours a day. And you are tired. You are exhausted. Not because you have run a marathon, not because you have built a house with your bare hands, not because you have fought a physical war. You are exhausted because you have been fighting a war inside your own mind. You are carrying the weight of 1,000 potential futures and 1,000 dead pasts, all while trying to butter your toast in the morning. This is the plague of modern man. We are the most comfortable generation in history, yet we are the most anxious. We have conquered the external world, we have roofs over our heads, food in our bellies, but we have lost the internal world. We are no longer living in reality. We are living in a simulation of reality created by our own thoughts. We are trapped in a loop, and today we are going to break that loop. To understand why you overthink, we must stop looking at it as a mistake. Overthinking is not a malfunction. It is a survival mechanism gone rogue. Imagine a great castle. You are the king or the queen of this castle. The castle is your being. It is your soul. And patrolling the high stone walls of your castle is a sentry, a guard. This sentry is your thinking mind. His job originally was very simple and very important. His job was to scan the horizon for danger. In the ancient days, the sentry looked for tigers in the tall grass. He looked for storm clouds gathering on the mountains. He looked for rival tribes coming to steal your grain. When he saw a threat, he would sound the alarm, your heart would race, and you would survive. He was a hero. But look at your life today. There are no tigers in the tall grass. There are no rival tribes with spears. You are safe. You are warm. You are fed. But the sentry does not know how to retire. He is still pacing the walls day and night, desperate to find a job to do. And a bored sentry is a dangerous thing. Because he needs to justify his existence, he starts to invent dangers. He looks at an email from your boss that has no punctuation and screams danger. He is angry. You might get fired. He looks at your partner gazing out the window silently and screams danger. They are bored of you. They are going to leave. He looks at the number in your bank account and screams danger. It is not enough. You will starve in your old age. He takes the raw data of your life, which is usually neutral, and he spins it into a tragedy. He is a storyteller who specializes in horror. He runs simulations. He says, okay, let's practice what we will do if the house burns down. Now let's practice what we will do if we get a terrible disease. Now let's practice what we will do if everyone laughs at us. He thinks he is protecting you. He genuinely believes that if he worries enough, he can control the chaotic forces of the universe. But he is not protecting you. He is torturing you. You are trapped in the watchtower with a madman who sees fires where there is only fog. Why do we listen to him? Why do we let this voice dominate our lives? Why is it so hard to just tell him to shut up? Because overthinking gives us a very seductive drug, the illusion of control. Deep down, the human ego is terrified of the unknown. We are terrified of the fact that we are small creatures on a spinning rock in an infinite universe, and we don't know what will happen in the next 5 minutes. That vulnerability is unbearable to the ego. So we overthink. Overthinking is a form of superstition. It is a ritual we perform to ward off bad luck. We unconsciously believe, if I worry about this problem for 3 hours, I have paid my dues and maybe the problem will go away. If I replay that conversation from yesterday and figure out exactly what I should have said, then I can fix the past. If I anticipate every single possible bad outcome, I won't be blindsided. But look closely at your life. Be honest with yourself. Has worrying ever even once changed the outcome of an event? Has replaying a memory ever changed the history books? Has anxiety ever made you better prepared? Or has it just made you tired? The truth is brutal but liberating. Worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow. It empties today of its strength. The future happens regardless of your simulations. The past remains written regardless of your guilt. All the overthinking does is ruin the only thing you actually possess, the present moment. It is like trying to stop the waves of the ocean by grabbing them with your hands. You can stand in the surf and thrash your arms about trying to hold back the tide. You will get exhausted, you will get cold, you will get frustrated, and the tide will come in anyway. Life is wild. Life is unpredictable. Life is a river, not a puzzle to be solved. Overthinking is the desperate attempt to concrete the river. It doesn't work and it kills everything that lives in the water. And here is the cost, the terrible price you pay for this illusion of control. Overthinking kills your aliveness. It kills your spontaneity. It kills your grace. Alan Watts often used the parable of the centipede. A centipede was walking along, moving its 100 legs with perfect unconscious elegance. A frog looked at him and asked, "My goodness, with so many legs, how do you know which one to move first? How do you coordinate number 34 with number 72? The centipede stopped. He started to think about it. How do I do it, he wondered. And in that moment of self-conscious analysis, he tripped. He tangled his legs. He fell into a ditch and could not walk again. This is what you do to yourself every day. You want to say, "I love you" to someone, but the sentry steps in. "Wait," he says. "Is it too soon?" Will they say it back? What if you look desperate, and the moment passes, the love remains locked in your throat? You want to paint or write or build something beautiful. But the sentry says, "You are not an expert. What if it's ugly? What if people criticize it?" And the brush never touches the canvas. The art dies inside you. You want to dance at a wedding, but you watch yourself from the outside, judging your hips, judging your rhythm, wondering if you look foolish. And the joy of the music evaporates. You are living your life on a delay. You are not experiencing the taste of the apple. You are experiencing your thought about the taste of the apple. You are looking at the menu, reading the descriptions of the food, analyzing the calories, comparing it to other meals you've had, but you are never actually eating the meal. You are a ghost in your own life, hovering 3 inches above reality, never quite touching the ground. So you realize this. You see the damage. And you say, "Okay, I get it. I overthink too much. I must stop thinking. I am going to meditate. I am going to force my mind to be quiet." And here, my friend, is the greatest trap of all. The trap that catches almost everyone who tries to fix their mind. You cannot stop thinking by thinking about stopping thinking. Read that again. Let it sink in. Trying to stop your thoughts with your mind is like trying to smooth out choppy water with a flat iron. The more you press down on the water, the more waves you create. It is like shouting at a barking dog to be quiet. You are just adding more noise to the noise. When you say, "I must not think about this purple elephant," what is the vivid image in your mind? A purple elephant. When you say, "I must stop worrying," you are now worried about your worrying. You have added a second layer of anxiety. The sentry is now shouting, "Everyone be quiet, we need silence." Why is no one listening? It creates a civil war inside your head. You get angry at yourself for not being peaceful. You get stressed about your stress. It is a loop of suffering that feeds on itself. So what do you do if you can't fight the thoughts and you can't follow the thoughts? What is the third option? Is there a way out of the maze? There is a third option, and it is the essence of all true spiritual practice. The option is to watch, to witness. Imagine you are sitting on the grassy bank of a river. The river is your stream of consciousness. It is the flow of your thoughts. Sometimes the water is clear and beautiful. Sometimes it is muddy and turbulent. Sometimes there are leaves floating by. Those are your small worries. Sometimes there are heavy logs crashing downstream. Those are your big regrets, your traumas. Most people, when they see a worry leaf floating by, they jump into the river. They grab the leaf. They say, "Oh no, a worry. Why is it here? What does it mean? Where did it come from? I must fix it." And they get wet. They get cold. They get swept away by the current. They drown in the river of their own making. The awakened person sits on the grass. They see the leaf float by. They say, "Ah, there goes a worried thought about money." They see the log float by. They say, "Ah, there goes an angry thought about my father." They see the mud swirling. They say, "Ah, the mind is turbulent today." They do not jump in. They do not argue with the leaf. They do not try to stop the river from flowing. They just watch. They acknowledge it and they let it pass. This is the secret. You are not the river. You are the one sitting on the bank. You are not the thoughts. You are the awareness that hears the thoughts. When you realize this, when you separate your identity from your mind, the thoughts lose their power. They lose their sting. Because a thought only has power over you if you believe it is you. If you see it as just mental weather passing clouds in the sky, it cannot hurt you. The sentry is still there, perhaps. He is still muttering to himself about dangers. But you are no longer taking orders from him. You are just watching him pace back and forth with a kind of amused detachment. Now, watching the mind is a high art. It takes practice. But there is another way to step out of the trap, and it is the most direct, immediate way of all. Come back to your senses. Literally, the mind lives in the past memory and the future imagination. The body lives in the now. You cannot feel the warmth of the sun tomorrow. You can only feel it now. You cannot smell the coffee yesterday. You can only smell it now. When you find yourself spiraling into a dark hole of overthinking, do not try to argue with your mind. Logic will not save you. Instead, drop into your body. Feel the weight of your buttocks on the chair. Feel gravity holding you. Feel the texture of the fabric of your clothes against your skin. Is it soft? Is it rough? Listen to the sounds in the room, the hum of the refrigerator, the distant traffic, the wind in the trees. Look at the light hitting the wall. Don't label it war. Just see the patterns of light and shadow. When you give your full attention to your senses, you take fuel away from the thinking mind. Consciousness can only be in one place at a time. You cannot be fully present in your body and lost in your head at the same time. It is a simple switch. Lose your mind and come to your senses, as the old saying goes. This is not about becoming stupid. It is about becoming alive. It is about realizing that reality is not a concept to be understood. It is a mystery to be experienced. The taste of water is more real than any philosophy about water. The feeling of the wind is more true than any theory about the weather. Finally, the cure for overthinking is trust. If you dig down to the very bottom of your overthinking, what do you find? Fear. Fear that you are not enough. Fear that you will make a mistake. Fear that the universe is a hostile place that is trying to crush you. You overthink because you feel you have to hold the whole world together with your mind. But look at the natural world. The trees grow without thinking about it. They don't have strategy meetings about how to produce leaves. The stars move in their orbits without planning. Your own heart beats, your own breath flows, your own food digests without you having to figure it out. If you had to think about how to beat your heart, you would have died a long time ago. There is a wisdom that runs the universe that is far greater than your little sentry. There is a flow to life. When you stop overthinking, you fall back into that flow. You realize that you don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. You can put the burden down. You can trust that life knows how to take care of itself. You can trust that you will know what to do when the time comes, not by planning it 3 weeks in advance, but by being fully present in the moment it happens. Your intuition, that quiet instant knowing, is faster and smarter than your analytical mind will ever be. So, my friend, if your mind is a war zone today, if the sentry is screaming about dangers that do not exist, do not fight him. Do not hate him. He is just a frightened servant. Just say thank you. I see you, but I am safe. Step down from the watchtower. Walk out into the courtyard of your castle. Feel the sun on your face. Smell the air. Listen to the birds. Leave the thoughts patrolling the walls and come back to the center of your being. There is a silence there, a deep ancient silence. It has always been there underneath the noise waiting for you. That silence is you. Rest there. Let the world turn. Let the thoughts come and go like birds in the sky. You are the sky, not the clouds. You are the ocean, not the waves. And remember, you are not just a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. Welcome home. I will see you in the next moment.